Oh, well, hey, babe. It's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. I have a few things for us to talk about today, so make sure that you're coming into the video. You're showing your support by liking the video and also subscribing to the channel if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, okay? We do have a few things to go over, so let us, without further ado, go ahead and get right on into it, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is Miss Keiarna Stewart. All right, and Miss Deborah. All right, Miss Deborah Williams. Now, it looks like Miss Keiarna had decided that she was going to sue Miss Deborah over the altercation that happened over on Real Housewives of Potomac. When Ashley Darby and Giselle Bryant were having their whole, athleisure fashion show. Yeah, these ladies ended up getting into it. So Keiarna has decided months later that she feels like justice should indeed be served, and she is suing Miss Deborah for $10 million. Now, for me, I did feel like that was a bit of a stretch. Now, I don't know what her attorneys may have told her to make her feel confident to go forward with the $10 million lawsuit, but that's what it is that she did. And what's even more interesting is that Deborah is coming back, and she said, okay, fine, I'm with you. Okay. It's like they playing poker or something, because here it is. Mr. Borden came back and hit her with a $7 million counterclaim. And this is all according to TVDs. All right. They're saying, according to Deborah's counterclaim, Keiarna is the real villain. In the reality drama she has brought before the court, Miss Stewart is not the victim. In fact, she's the villain. In the true story, Miss Stewart is not the protagonist. She's the antagonist. The facts will show that Miss Stewart, with her insatiable desire to be known, orchestrated all the events outlined in her own complaint and in the counter complaint. Now, first of all, girl, listen, that's crazy to me, considering the fact that this woman was new to the show. She was invited to be at this event, and you also were invited to be at this event. And it sounds to me that you and Ashley came up with a scheme. It was a scheme that y'all set up to come to Candace with the BS. To me, it was a scheme that y'all orchestrated. You orchestrated all of the events that was outlined in that girl's counterclaim, okay, counter complaint or whatever, and her complaint. So it's like you the one that did that. You came there with, the understanding that you was going to come from Miss Candace. All right. And Keiarna was not about to let that happen. You were acting a bit irate, and she was trying to stop the situation from happening, to which you then assaulted her. Now, granted, I do believe Keiarna pushed her back, but I feel like that's a typical separation thing. Like, hey, get back, stop what you're doing, okay? But, I don't know how the judge is going to rule on this, but the wording that the attorney put is very messy. I could see this case also being thrown the hell out, all right? They go on to say, and in the end, the court will see, indeed, the country will see, that Miss Williams is the innocent party who has been severely damaged by Miss Stewart. Girl, this is one thing that Deborah is great at, but not that great at. But this is one thing that she tries a lot, in my personal. You try to play the victim in situations that you create for yourself. That's interesting. Now, while Keiarna is seeking a shocking $10 million in the case, Deborah is being slightly more reasonable with her counterclaim. Now, see, TVDs, this is the only issue I be having with y'all. I guess y'all be having personal relationships with some of these people, because let you tell it, you gave us a whole different story last year when this whole altercation went down. You just gave us different information than what it was, and we could tell that you was having a conversation with one of the producers that then, like, what was being reported was not what was shown on video from somebody else's cell phone footage. I don't know if y'all didn't think nobody was recording or something, so because the cameras went down, we wouldn't be able to see, so y'all were able to put a narrative out there. But this is just really interesting. Okay, so according to the docs, they're saying the Real Housewives of Potomac star is looking for $3 million plus punitive damages plus interest and costs for the assault and battery. In response to count 1, assault and battery, when it comes to count 2, intentional infliction of emotional distress, Deborah is seeking a judgment in that amount of $3 million plus fees, but is also looking for $1 million and cost for defamation. How did this woman defame your character when she didn't even say anything? And even after the incident, you made sure you got on social media and taunted her. How does that make any sense? Okay. That is crazy. That is crazy work to me. Wow, wow, wow. And I wonder if the judge is going to throw this out because listen, with all of this altercation that happened, all this assaulting and things that took place, I don't think anybody pressed charges. I don't know if that's necessary, maybe not, for a civil suit or anything like that. But I feel like if Keiarna would have decided, which I think she should have, pressed charges on Deborah for assaulting her, I think you would have an even better claim so the judge can know just how serious you're taking this, that this young lady has been charged for her actions. Okay, so now she's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? With the law, she got a legal record now. Possibly, unless she could get the charges dropped in some capacity. Then I would have turned around and sued her. It's okay. So I don't know, y'all. This is crazy. Now, Miss Keiarna, is this a part of your storyline for Real Housewives of Potomac? Will you be holding a flute, or are you still a friend of the show? Is what I'm wondering. This is just interesting. You guys can leave your thoughts about this situation down below, and let me know if you feel like Keiarna should have sued Deborah, and whether or not you think the $10 million was actually worth it. Like, do you feel like the assault that took place on her was worth $10 million and she should be awarded that? Let me know your thoughts about Deborah deciding to counterclaim, right? And sue her for defamation. That's interesting. Okay, defamation, emotional distress, and suing her for $7 million. Y'all let me know what y'all like. I mean, you don't have to really rock with a side, okay? You don't have to really choose a Keiarna or a Team Deborah or anything, but I'm just wondering what you guys make of this entire situation. It's crazy. I mean, some part of me definitely wants Deborah to get her just due, girl. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay? Because you ran up, got done up, and you came there with the intentions of showing your ass from the moment that we've even seen you on this show. You came up there to show your ass or whatever. So I do feel like you should get a bit of punishment. But then at the same time, if it's thrown out, it is what it is. I feel like they're going to meet the same fate as Candace and Monique did with their situation. I think Candace even sued Monique. I think Monique may have countersued. Don't quote me. I know the Monique stands will let me know. But I think she may have countersued. And because you guys were a part of this television show, it was, dismissed. Right? Same thing with Deborah. Although Deborah did not sign up to be on that show, she just happens to be a guest, right? That came to an event and ended up attacking a cast member of the show. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but good luck. We'll have to wait and see how all of that is going to play out for the ladies. Ultimately, in the end, I'm not interested in seeing Deborah back on Real Housewives of Potomac. So this definitely will not be her end or her way to slide back into the show. And I'm also okay if this is not a part of Keiarna's storyline and that she just this is just something outside of the show. And you just keep that mess over there. Okay. So anywho, y'all let me know your thoughts and comments down below. All right. Next up, I do want to talk about the Bachelorette. Okay. Miss Rachel Lindsay. First of all, this divorce has been pretty messy. I don't even think they've been married longer than 2 years. I don't think. Definitely less than 5. I could have sworn. I believe she met this man when she was on the show Bachelorette or whatnot. And girl, that man filed for a divorce real quick and still living in the house. I think she was on one side, he was on the other side. Now he over here asking her for some spousal support. And I just feel like she shouldn't have to give him anything because they have not been together long enough. I do know when people get married. Hey, Faith Evans, how are you? You got married to Stevie J. I think they were married for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then they got a divorce and she had to pay some money. Correct me on the year range, okay? When it comes to these two, I really feel like they were married for probably a year or so. But I just don't think they were married long enough for him to get any of her money. But you just never know because, baby, Faith Evans got to give Stevie J some of her coinage. Can you believe it? That's crazy. So TMZ is reporting that Bryan is saying, first of all, okay, let's go back. Now, he says that he needs much more spousal support than less than $10,000. So he's getting close to $10,000 from her on a monthly basis. All right. This is what she was offering, claiming his expenses are draining his bank account is what he's saying. His expenses are draining his bank account. So you already have a job or whatever you're doing and you're getting an extra $10,000 out of her. And you mean to tell tell me that that is not enough. I don't know where you live, and I understand inflation is high, and I understand that, a lot is going on, sir. But at the same time, I am confusion as to why you need more. Didn't you accept that, or did you not accept it? Let's keep going. Now, they're saying that he is saying he needs $16,275 in spousal support, explaining after his monthly expenses, there is nothing left. I feel like that ain't her problem. That is not her problem that nothing else is left. Okay, I think they need to reevaluate what people have to give their partners if they don't have children together and if they've been married under a certain period of time. In my personal, because people be trying to maintain a certain lifestyle, especially when you ain't got kids, but that lifestyle was maintained for the both of y'all. It was a certain lifestyle for y'all together. Now that you're separate, you shouldn't necessarily, if you're not the breadwinner, be expecting to maintain the same lifestyle as the other person. So but you get your coin though. I'm not saying you shouldn't get something to help you along the way. But I'm not saying you should be getting like 16, like really? Let's keep going. So then they said that he says all the profits from his chiropractor business are going towards bills, car insurance, food, entertainment, etc. So if all of the profits from your chiropractor business is going to these things, then what is her $10,000 that she's going to offer you going to go to? Because if you ask me, let it be Judge Jami. Let it be Judge Jami, okay? Judge Jami gonna tell you I'm gonna bang that gavel. Now, the most that I would do for you is round it up to $10K a month versus $9,882, okay? I will round it up, and I'm not going no higher, because if you have a chiropractic business and that business can fluctuate at any moment, hell, this moment you might have a low month. I don't know. And then, hell, in the fall, you might be making $100K in just 3 months. You feel what I'm saying? No, it has its highs and lows, and I'm sure you're going to have some high months to overcompensate for those low months. But at the same time, those additional 10 racks should be able to help you out with just your basic living, which is what you was trying to say. Okay, so he wouldn't get that from me, Your Honor. Now they go on to say the money Rachel's offering just ain't enough for him to maintain their marital standard of living. It shouldn't be there for you to maintain a marital standard of living, in my personal, because you're not married anymore. So what standard is there? It's a single standard. The single standard is giving a hard 10K and go about your business. And you shouldn't be getting that. Because he kind of come in my courtroom and like that guy. I've been telling him, keep coming in here. You going to keep on to you ain't going to have shit. Okay? I'm about to tell all this shit up. Hello? Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy in my courtroom, sir. Now, they said that Bryan refutes Rachel's claims of being blindsided by the divorce he filed in January, suggesting she's making a PR move to gain public sympathy. Sir, I do believe this woman was blindsided. I do believe she was blindsided. I feel like, well, I'll say this. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I will say the possibility could be very high that she was blindsided. And even if she wasn't blindsided, the thing is, it's her story to tell. And she doesn't have to really create a narrative, in my opinion, for people to feel sorry for her. They're going to feel sorry for her off GP, knowing that she went on a show to find love, only to find it and it not paying out how it was supposed to pan out. Honestly, I feel like she could just go on the show, tell her story, and honestly, the fans are going to shape the narrative of what they want out there about her. So that's just what it is that I'm thinking. He says, while he insists he wants an amicable settlement, their situation seems fraught. Yeah, because you won't get your ass about that lady's house and go and find you somewhere else to stay or whatever the case is. All right. You been in this lady's house this whole time, ain't been paying no bills, ain't been doing that. And this lady been having to pay all the bills, internet, all this other shit. Okay. And you over there using her good stuff over there about cooking in the house. She paying gas and power for. Okay. Over there taking a shower where she about pay the water for. Sir. Okay, you doing all these things using Rachel's good internet. You over there on Rachel's internet, sir. Ain't paying a dime is what the people were saying a few months ago, that you wasn't contributing in the household. But you just there existing. That's disrespectful. That makes me think of Tom Sandoval just a little bit. So I don't like that. Like that's you. Your Honor, you gonna have to handle him. You're going to have to handle him. Bryan mentions he's been staying with friends frequently to escape the toxic environment. So you say, okay, he says he accuses Rachel of changing the passwords on their TV and internet. You motherfucking right, because see, you over here trying to paint a narrative and tell the judge and stuff that people changing passwords to the internet and to the TV, but what you ain't telling the judge is how you ain't over there paying motherfucking thing for the service. You got me fucked up. All this stuff can get knocked the hell over, okay? All this shit can get cut the hell off. You got me fucked up, sir. I'm paying this, and you think you're finna sit up there and have access? And then think you're finna live up in my motherfucking house? You better be glad I can't put a lock on the motherfucking water, because you wouldn't be getting that either. Okay? You wouldn't be getting that either. You better be glad I need power, because I have your ass in the dark. Understand? Whew, girl, Bryan done got me hot, bitch. Okay, Bryan, you done got me hot. Bryan, there's something about you that's giving me Jenny, my ex, tease. And I'm not talking about Jeezy. I'm talking about the other one. The first husband is when I say you giving me a little bit of his. What's his name? Freddie. You giving me a little bit of his tease. There's somebody that I don't like. And I hope your honor handles you and rounds you up to 10 or make you sit with that 98, 82 or drop your ass down to 5, because I feel like based on what's being reported in this article, I feel like you trying to play on the judge's top end intelligence. And it's a problem for me. Okay? So, honey, to Miss Rachel, baby, good luck, because this is a fool here. Okay? Girl, no, he ain't over there acting like that, girl. Hell no. He would have had to get the hell out, if you know what I mean, girl, because I won't put up with it. But anywho, girl, let's keep going. All right, y'all. So I want to get into this story here that I did come across over on the Shade Room. And there is this black barber that hosted an event for Donald, okay, Mr. DT, and he hosted this event, and I don't know why he did it. I think he did it for the coinage. He did it for the coinage 1000%. And when he did for the coinage, I guess he did not like the response that he got back from the people. I guess he ain't like it. Okay, the people was on his ass just like they was on Chrisette Michelle's not too long ago, and then now he wants to try and sit his butt up here and say something about how he didn't even know that the event was going to be like a Trump event or something of that sort. All right, so I do want us to check out what this man had to say, so let us see what he's talking about. All right, they say Atlanta barbershop owner says he has lost customers since he unknowingly hosted a Trump campaign event at his shop. Claims he thought the event was to highlight black businesses and not to promote Trump, child.
All new at 6, the owner of Rocky's Barbershop in Atlanta says he feels he was misled by a campaign event for former President Trump the day before the debate. Rocky Jones tells our Karis Belger he thought his Buckhead shop was just hosting a forum for black businesses, but he says he never expected to fade into the realm of politics.
To me, cutting hair is like an art.
And smooth waves are not the only thing Rocky Jones wants his shop to be known for.
We try to specialize in just giving good service to the community. As you can see, I've been here since 17 years, and it's been good.
Which is why he jumped at the chance to help other black business owners get ahead.
Started with a text, then it went to a call, because I was actually out the country, and just me agreeing to do
How did they choose you, baby?
Black small business, round table. I thought it was like something real private.
It was anything but. Rocky, along with black business owners from across Metro Atlanta, crammed into his shop, along with Trump surrogates like Ben Carson. But it wasn't all shop talk.
Thinking about black business in Atlanta, small black businesses in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, so when are we going to start talking about this?
He says a call from former President Trump during the event cut deep.
Why is the ex-president calling somebody in my barbershop? This has nothing to do with small black businesses. And
he was left with a lot more than razor burn.
We had some
calls. The damn reporter.
Thursday, we definitely got some calls, some backlash, some angry people that don't know me, and I have to deal with that. I have no involvement in politics. We don't even talk politics in my barbershop. It's all sports.
That actually sounds a bit hypocritical, just a little bit, and I could be wrong, but for you to say you don't even talk politics, you ain't even really into politics or nothing, but you agreed to have a political event at your location, You utilized your space for a political event, which would make one thing, I would think that you familiar with, politics, you familiar with who you want to go with, as far as presidency, you think that his policies may better suit you and your business than anything else. So I would think that you're knowledgeable. And then now you get on this platform and say that you don't know shit about it. Girl, I'm hollering.
Everybody to vote, but that's your business. I don't tell you what to do.
The number of customers, he says, has trimmed down, but he hopes the shock will fade and he can keep helping his community. Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News.
Now, we repeatedly reached out to several representatives for the Trump campaign today about the claims that he just made. They have not responded at this time to our phone calls or email. Now, all new at 6.
Child, so that's what happened, right? So over here on the Shade Room, right, they're saying that Trump's campaign refutes these claims. All right, they're saying by the barbershop owner who says he was unaware his shop was being used for a political event. Baby, let me tell you, DT and them said they messy too. Okay, we can get messy too. You want to talk this? Okay, you trying to throw us under the bus or whatever like that? That after we done sat up there and paid you or whatever like that, you supposed to still continue to have our back and promote for us and advocate for us and all that. To the black vote. Okay, well, we on your ass now. All right, they said according to the business owner, he was under the assumption his shop would be used for a small black business roundtable. He said the conversation between him and other black business owners in Atlanta and Trump surrogates left him wondering when the discussion about small black businesses would be taking place. Yikes. So you were sitting up there the whole time wondering when they're going to talk about the business, but they over there talking about politics. Is that what that's giving? Okay, the campaign says a contract was agreed on and the business owner was paid for renting out his place of business. Okay, an account affiliated with the ex-president posted images of the contract agreed upon by both parties. I guess they mean contract. They kept saying contact. Okay, but let's see. All right, this is the statement they made. All right, this is a statement from Janiyah Thomas, the Black Media Director for DT. Okay, she says we had an executed contract making clear it was an agreement with the campaign and the payments were made to the business owner. Okay, Exhibit A. Okay, Miss Ma'am decided that she was going to get a screenshot of that. The venue used an agreement. The venue use agreement is made by and between Rocky's Barbershop and DT for president. So you done sat up here and played in these people's face. Okay? Ooh, baby, this is some petty from that campaign. Girl, that is so messy. They ate you up because you had to have filled out that part where it says Rocky's Barbershop. You filled out the address. Baby, that's crazy. You did this all on your own, and then you gonna come and sit your ass in front of the damn news trying to get some sympathy and trying to dry promote your barbershop in hopes that people finna come back, and then now they exposing you down to the Instagram. Ooh, child. And then they got your signature over here. Okay? They got your signature right there, sir. Javier Jones, printed by, you're the owner. But let me tell y'all what y'all got, though. Why this man signed June 26, 2026. Why he didn't sign June 26, 2024. What is that about? Why is that signature off just a bit? Why did y'all tell him to do that? Is that, that's interesting. Did y'all not catch that error or something? But child. Okay, somebody says there's a possibility that this contract is fake. The signature just giving artificial, but at the same time, he could have agreed. This is just sitting with me, cover up, and we all know the peeps are good for a cover up. However, if it's real, then he should stand by whatever decision he made and should have never gone on TV saying he was manipulated. I agree with that. And I'm with her because it's the date for me that's throwing things off. As far as the signature, the way that she said the signature is given artificial, not necessarily to me, because I feel like at some point in life, people stop learning how to write in cursive, and some people just don't know how to write in cursive, and that be their signature. Like, that's what they do. Like that, and then they turn around and you see how he got the J different, and the letters are running together with the Javier or whatever, and then it's a completely different on the second end. So I don't know. It could be real, but what's really getting me is the date. for the most part, but it also makes sense. There has to be some type of contract that was done for this event to be held at his location and for him to receive the payment for it. And because of that, I do believe that he knew what event he was going to be hosting. I really do. I think he knew exactly what it was going to be about. And then the signage that was there, it looked like they about put the signage on the window. Black Americans for Trump. Like, I think he was highly aware. And he just don't like the backlash, and he feels the need to try and clean it up and act like he's clueless, child. I ain't got time. But y'all gonna do and vote for whoever it is that y'all want to. Just stand in whatever you say. All right. Either way, honey. Good luck. Okay. Let us go ahead. There is more. All right. Real quick, Fox Soul. Okay. Y'all know that TGIF is over. Okay. Unfortunately, the show had its run. Funky Dineva left 6 months ago. They brought in Armand. There were already brewing issues before Armand got there, and it continued to be more brewing issues behind the scenes. And then somehow he got, involved in that as well. And then, things happened. A roast happened. Al displayed his upsetness about it. It got bigger and bigger. Claudia went on social media, said a lot of things or whatever. And the end result is that the show is over. Okay. It's over as of now. Okay. Now there has been some social media exchange with Armand and Al's bestie or whatnot. And we ain't really hearing too much from Al for real. But what I'm really bringing back to the front is Armand did make a post about this situation over on Twitter that has since been deleted. And he says this: honestly, I want to tell my side, but something tells me in my spirit it's just going to backfire and be used against me. Many people have their mind made up, so I may just leave it at that. Believe what you want. Okay, so that's one of the things that Armand said, and some part of me wants him to tell his side, and I feel like I'm like, don't really let these people keep you from selling your damn side. Like, if it's the truth, then it is what it is, and they just gonna have to eat that whether they like it or not. But then at the same time, for the sake of wanting to continue to possibly be in this industry and go on and get other opportunities and stuff, I feel like this situation has gotten messy enough, and you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, and it's okay if you don't. I just probably wouldn't say nothing else. Like, you're right. Let them believe what they want, because a lot of times it doesn't matter what you say. No matter what you express to them, like the real truth. Some people are focused on what it is they want to believe and what fits their narratives, and how they may view the situation, and how they view you as a person. And if how they view you as a person doesn't align with, their breakdown and narrative of the situation, it is what it is. So I do kind of feel like, F it. Don't even say nothing. I think some people might want you to continue to talk because it'll be more content or whatever like that. But I think it's perfectly okay to not say anything and continue to take a break if you choose to from YouTube for about a week or so, and then come back. And at some point, people are going to have to move on and talk about some other things. Okay. So those are my thoughts about that. I think what they say they'll definitely try and find something in there to where you are at fault and be on your head just like they were before. But if you want to monetize off of your own situation, you can, because everybody else is. So do your thing. And if not, I think that's okay too. You ain't got to really say a whole lot. In my personal, just, keep grinding and keep doing whatever it is that you do. So that's just me. That's just what I think. But I know you guys gonna tell me what you think anyway at the end of the day, because that's just how y'all is. Okay. But that's all we got over there on the Armand situation. Now we're going to go ahead and move on. All right. I want to talk to you guys more about the unfortunate passing of Miss KeKe Jabbar Dawson, a former cast member of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and also the cousin to castmate Miss Letitia Scott. All right. They grew up together. They were extremely close. And unfortunately, she recently passed. And right before her passing, she and her cousin were not on the same page. Okay. Tisha felt like she was brought on the show to possibly, be used against her or whatever. They've had a falling out. We did see where Kiki threw a drink or whatever in Tisha's face. And then once it came to the reunion, things got really nasty. between them, and I think things have been nasty ever since. I'm sure Tisha is going through a lot, knowing that she can never have that conversation with her cousin and get back on one accord or forget any of that. It's never going to happen for her. I know a lot of people are probably going to continue to give Tisha flack, but then I'm also thinking to myself, like, listen, beyond just that moment of a year or two where they weren't talking, they had a lot of life together since they were kids. It's a lot of life, a lot of memories that go beyond just, that moment. So I'm sure she's going to be in her feelings, and rightfully so, because this is her blood cousin, regardless of how people feel about it. Now, the details did come out about the passing of Kiki. I did already know about the details, the day that she passed, exactly how she passed, but I did not feel like I was in that place to like want to share that. Like, that's not, I'm gonna let somebody else do it. Somebody else did it. Okay. Because I also feel like we weren't 100% sure if that's what it was. Okay. A lot of people wanted to believe that, it was drugs or whatever, and we learned no, it was not. It was carbon monoxide is how she passed away. And once people heard that, people believed that she may have, unalived herself. And people have come out and said, no, that is not the case. Okay. Shout out to Prosperity Thick Girl. That is Joanne Jenkins. I do believe that a lot of the blogs, New York Post, and different people are crediting for the information and releasing the details about how she actually passed. And it came directly from her page. And this quote says from Joanne, it says, Kiki did not overdose. Kiki did not take her own life. Kiki loved life. Kiki was not ready to leave life. She wasn't ready to leave her children, her husband, or her family. Okay. Let's see. It also was said that she would often get sleepy, so she would pretty much go to sleep wherever. I don't think she mean like wherever. I think she mean maybe at this person's house or that person's house, or she might take a little nap in her car, pull over or something, But she says that she was at her sister's house, from my understanding, till like 4 a.m. or something, and she decided to go home to get some shut-eye. Once she went home to get that shut-eye, she let the garage down. She cut her car off. She was already having issues with her car. She fell asleep in her car, which leads me to believe that this may be something normal that she may do. I'm not sure why she didn't exit the vehicle and just go ahead and go into the house, but slept in the car. And unfortunately, when her husband woke up, when her husband got up like a few hours later, he thought she was sleeping in her vehicle, only to realize that she wasn't breathing. Okay, which is so devastating. That is just, I just really hate that. I really, really, really do. I'm thinking about her children the most. I really, really hate that for her family. Now, there were 2 different statements that were put out. There was a statement that came from a YouTuber that's pretty close with Wanda. And then we learned, about how she actually passed. What was conflicting people was the fact that they were saying that when Kiki passed, she passed at home surrounded by family. So people were really confused, like, wait a minute, so she died of carbon monoxide, but then y'all sitting over here saying she was surrounded by family? Like, that's not making any sense. Y'all trying to cover something up. This is what I honestly think about that situation. I feel like the statement that was given to the original person that gave out the first statement saying surrounded by family, I do feel like that came from Wanda and them. Somebody that's close to the situation because of relation, but not directly close to the situation to really know what was going on, in my personal opinion. So that's where I think the conflict came in. And I think that they just gave a generic statement that's like a PR type thing, surrounded by family. And I'm wondering if they were even given permission to even release said statement, in my personal, but that's just my opinion. Okay. That's my personal, not to be taken as a fact, because I am not sure. Okay. In addition to that, again, Joanne has more details, and we are going to play some of that clip where the cousin has come out and had some things to say. Okay. Not the cousin, but her uncle. Okay. Her uncle came out and had some things to say, where he addressed the Moores directly and told them that he did not want them to be at her ceremony. Okay. So let me see where that is. Let me get that up for you guys real quick. Let's see here. All right. So he says to the Moores, as a collective, the Dawsons ask that you respect our privacy during this unfathomable tragedy. We need the time and space to properly grieve our beloved Kiki. With that being said, due to the contentiousness of your relationships with Kiki, we ask respectfully that you refrain from showing up to any of the services pertaining to her home going. Those precious days are meant for loved ones of the deceased to mourn and celebrate. The uncouth behavior and vitriol that you have continuously spewed towards Kiki in her final years have left a lasting impact and sparked indignation in us, the Dawsons. Okay, and I feel like this message is specifically to Wanda Haki, because she does not know when to like draw the line, hence the reason why Miss Mel is trying to sue her now. Okay, and then to go in about your own family, it definitely was giving the Moores, and it was giving, not just the Moores, but the Scotts. Okay, so let's get into just a bit of what he had to say about the situation. Hopefully you guys can hear it. All right.
And I'm saying it publicly, so
now listen closely.
Get to Wanda, it can get to her daughter.
Y'all gonna have to cut it up because it's low.
Shit.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I can turn it up some more. I found it, Miss Connie.
And I want y'all to tell Wanda, her sorry ass son-in-law, her bullshit ass daughter, stay away from my family. Keep Kiki name out of your mouth. Have the same energy that you showed towards her when she was alive. You don't love her. You never loved her. So don't even post that. Because if you loved her, it is no way possible that you can make up lies about her and her family and tell bits and pieces of information about her to a family, but you fed it to these bloggers so they could ridicule her, cause her to have haters, cause people to disrespect her. That's what you did. And you pushed her. You pushed her to this. So we blame you. Absolutely. We blame you. She would be here if it wasn't for that stupid ass show. So, like I said, Wanda, your sorry ass daughter, and that fake ass son-in-law of yours, and all you sorry motherfuckers that was a part of that show, please, I'm asking you, from a place of love, I'm asking you to allow us to grieve Kiki in peace without your presence.
Wow. Okay. So this is what you're hearing from her uncle, not wanting to have anything to do with Wanda and them and the family, and not wanting them to attend the funeral services and stuff. I will say this though, I think that the services should have been, more private. I know that it's for immediate family only. So I'm surprised they even put the address out there, because it made me wonder if other people are going to show up. So they might have the proper security and stuff for that. But I hope, if they don't want them there, I hope the Scotts and the Moores don't try, or anybody, because there was another video where he was like, anybody from Love and Marriage Huntsville, like, he don't want none of them to like pull up to this. Maybe Stormy, okay, because I think Stormy and her still had a pretty good relationship for the most part. But I probably would have kept the address, a bit more private, because I don't know if those people are going to try to, pull up or not. But hopefully they're prepared for whatever happens. When it comes to the situation of them not being invited, although they're family, I know some people may think that it's messy, but if that's what Kiki's husband wants, then it is what it is. I know this is what the uncle is saying, but if her husband is like, no, they cannot attend, then I'm going to support what the husband over there talking about. No, y'all can't attend at the end of the day. Okay. it's just is what it is, based on the fact that, as he mentioned, the contentious relationship and how they weren't really cool in this moment. It would lead me to believe that Kiki probably would not even want y'all there. I don't know, but I'm sure, Tisha may definitely try to, see if she could be there. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be more details to come out about that situation. It's just sad because, when you lose a family member unexpectedly, and sometimes even when it's expected, it can be a lot of drama, surrounding, the passing of family members. And then to know that they have all of this going on, and then the TV show, and, everything that's happened between the family, and it was televised. And then you have somebody on social media continuing to keep up the mess and stuff. And it's a lot. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. But I hope the drama won't be a part of her special moment at all. So it's like, if it's gonna be all about her, let it be about Kiki and her homegoing service. And y'all cut the BS. And I guess to keep down the BS, it might be best if they don't show up. I don't know. Okay. But I'm sure everything is gonna have to go through her husband at the end of the day. So we'll have to wait and find out, what happens with that situation. But it's still so shocking to even say that Kiki has passed away. Like, it's still so shocking. Like, wow, like she's really she's gone. Like, that's crazy. That's, but then also that's what happens, that's life. But I'm so sorry to her sons, her children, because I believe she had one or two daughters. Like, I'm just sorry to her children, her husband, her immediate family. It's just really sad. It's really, really sad. But I just wanted to, bring that to y'all real quick, let y'all know the uncle is not playing, and I don't disagree with the uncle. Okay, I don't disagree with the uncle at all. I'm with you. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people have people that they don't want when they pass. They don't want certain folks at their funerals, I'm sure, or they homegoing, whatever memorial. I'm sure a lot of people there have a certain folks they do not want there. But also, I do know this woman was married, so it's totally, I would think, up to her husband. So if the husband says it's a wrap, it's a wrap. He ain't coming. And don't show up, create no more drama, because enough drama has been created already. This is terrible. But you guys, that's all that I got at this time. I thank you all so much for being here. Definitely make sure that you like up the video, you're subscribing to the channel, and all of that. I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be